Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T. I'm back with another video, y'all. In today's video, we are going to be discussing, can you really make $5,000 per week with Amazon Relay? So if this is the type of content that you like, please make sure you hit that like button, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to leave me a comment, ask any questions, because I do answer every single one of them. For the returning members and subscribers, welcome back, family. Welcome back, y'all. So let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. Okay, so today's all right. So the internet is in and out. It's a little oogly outside. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead without further ado, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna jump right into it because I'm trying to put the correct knowledge out there because I don't want people to develop a wrong perception or image of the trucking industry, because here on the trucking industry is really, hey Donzel, yes, something, this internet is acting up, the weather out there is cutting up. So let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. But happy Sunday to you guys. Welcome in. Thank you for being here, spending a part of your Sunday with me. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. So if you guys remember, the last time that I shared my Amazon Relay scorecard with you, I was at like a 5% or something like that. I would have to go back and relook at that video, but the score was an F. So as you can see, we have now came up. So remember, Amazon gives you your grade based on the lowest performance, and they do performance based on time, acceptance, app usage, and disruption free. Okay, so as you can see, we are doing amazing. So right now I'm able to see score have a 100% because it will be 100% across the board. Now, I'm here to tell you, once you drop down or your score drops down below below an A, and especially if you all the way at an F, it's hell, right? It's really hell to come up out of that. So that's the only other way that I can think about it. So next week we're on schedule for 100%. Right now we're at a 98.3. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the money because that's what we want to see, right? So let's go over here to contracts. Okay. So the contracts, I have mine set at domicile Atlanta because I am in Atlanta. I think you can do up to 3 domiciles. We're going to do the box truck and we're going to do 1 and then any contract. So as you can see, from August the 3rd to the 16th, you can make $5,020. So those of you that are saying you can't make $5,000 a week with Amazon, that is the furthest thing from the truth. And this is just with one tractor. So let's do some basic math. Let's say you had 3 trucks, okay? That would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 60. So that would be 15,006 August the 9th. It's going to be 1 truck, 6 blocks, means 6 days a week at 8 hours for $369 and $2,214 plus your fuel and surcharge accessories. So you can't really see what that is right here. but this is for a full week. So if you had two trucks, for easy math, 2,000 and 2,000 is four, and 2 and 2 is 400, 14 and 14 is what, 28. So basically right there, if you had two trucks, you're making almost $5,000, and it probably will be over $5,000 by the time they add your fuel charge and your accessories. So I do love the Amazon gives you a little bit of money back for your gas, and the accessories mean you may have incurred a going across a toll or something like that, and that money can help pay for that. So I mean, just look at the money. So although these are 5-week contracts, but in 5 weeks, if you had two trucks, right? So take $11,925, divide that into five. That'll tell you what you're going to get per week, right? And then say you had two or three trucks and you booked a contract for each truck, or you book something off the here. 2 and 2 is 4, 88 and 88. That's going to push you up to 5,000. That's not even including your accessories and fuel surcharge. So trucking is about knowing, it's about who you know, building those relationships and staying true to yourself. Don't just be out here taking, loads that don't make sense to underbid or just to take a load because you're messing up the trucking market. And that even goes for Amazon Relay, or that might go for the UPS load board as well, because UPS does have freight contracts similar to Amazon Relay. Now, I don't know the prices on those because I haven't, bothered to really do much research on it. Other than I noticed when they said you had to be able to lift up to a certain amount of pounds, and I was like, nah, baby, I ain't about to break my back out there, okay? So this is what it looks like in the Atlanta market. So if you're in the Atlanta market, and you're able to book these contracts, baby, come on here and get you a contract, okay? There's no reason that you should be out here screaming you can't make money in trucking or with Amazon Relay in specific, because that's not the truth. Okay. So let's go over here and we're going to look at the load board. So remember, this is just contracts for Atlanta. Now we're going to go over here and look at the load board and see, can you even pull it off on the load board? And then I will show you some real live numbers. Okay. So this is our load board over here. And this is telling me that I can book which the ones that I look at basically. And we're going to do box truck, and we're going to click 26 foot because that's what basically you should have. Okay. And then we're going to search loads. So that is how you search a load. Okay. So this right here is Atlanta, because that says Union City. That's going to Tennessee. And that's $2.21 a mile. I probably wouldn't run that load. To me, that per mile needs to come up some. This is West Columbia, South Carolina. Stand up, not born there, but raised up in there as well. So to Mebane, North Carolina, I probably wouldn't run that one either. This rate per mile. So when you hear people say $2 a mile is what I need to move to move your truck, don't let $2 a mile block you off from other money, especially if the load doesn't make sense, right? So when I came in the industry of trucking, you had to, for people to work with you, you had to have at least 6 months, at least 6 months experience, drag you. Okay. Now I do have this refreshing right down here every 30 seconds. So let's just change this to like every 60 seconds. So that the screen won't keep going. Now these promoted lows right here, these are lows that Amazon is definitely trying to push out, right? They need these lows gone because they were out here on the low board. Nobody picked them up. So now they're going to increase the price. Now to go to Atlanta to Highland, North Carolina, I wouldn't go for $4.95 either. You have to pay me at least $600, maybe $650 to take that load. Okay, so you have to know your truck, know how many miles you get to a gallon. And as I was saying, when I came into the industry, I had, oh my goodness, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, I had them look over. So I put what it was for my insurance, what it cost for the truck, all of that good stuff. And it was, my CPM was 37 cents per mile to move my truck. But do you think I was going to move my truck for 37 cents a mile? No. So as you can see, y'all, look. Y'all see how this load just dropped? This load just dropped. It was at what, $4.95? So it just dropped. So I don't know, slowed up, somebody picked up some. I don't know actually what this means, but I do know that it went down. So there is that part, right? What else you need to know? Make sure you're not getting scammed out here when it comes to your Amazon Relay account. You, as the owner operator, should be the only one that has access to your account. If you have a dispatcher, you can give a dispatcher what is called admin access. They can't see like all your financials and stuff like that. So Amazon is never going to call you and ask you for a code to your account, the password, or any of that. Now, this one right here, Amazon really has lost their mind. Going from Atlanta, MGE 8, all the way to Florida for $572, they lost their mind. So this is what I mean by you have to know your truck, how many miles you're getting, the area that you're working. So I know to go from Atlanta to Winder, because that's where I live, it's going to take me at least an hour and a half, right? If traffic is good for, let's just say, $459.10, that's not bad. Okay, so that's just some of that on the market. But let's go ahead and let's get into these real numbers. Okay, so what we want to go back to, we're going to click over here and we're going to go to payments. The last time I showed you guys this, we were at about $7,000, right? I think we were at $7,000 the last time I showed you guys this. So if you look at it now, I'm at almost 12,000. We're just, just for easy math. It's not quite 12,000, but we're going to say almost, okay? So if you count these weeks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? 7 weeks. Almost 12 grand. Where can you make this type of low follow or the Relay app that it gives you, which is a map that shows you where you're going to pay. So those of you that were saying you can't make $2,000 a week, I proved that just off of contracts, right? This week right here was not a contract, but look at it. Okay. This week right here, I had like 3 cancellations that week and I was tired. So forget trying to find some more, right? But as you can see, other than that, it's been $1,800 a week. This was that very first week that I worked, and I only worked 2 days. Those 2 days gave me $700. Okay. So this was my first week, and I only worked 2 days. This was a full week, and I think we worked like 5 days. This probably was 7. I know for sure this was 7. This was 7. I had 3 cancellations here, and then this was I had a cancellation here. So this was 6 days. So the key to Amazon: have multiple trucks, be on time, and be where you need to be. Don't be all up in the hubs talking to the staff if your truck not loaded, okay? Because the staff not going to help you load your truck. Number one, they can't help you load your truck because it's a liability for them to be on your truck. So I'm gonna come and check the comments real quick, y'all. But as y'all can see, I just want to come on here and give you real life numbers. Some people will shoot Amazon down, and some people will overplay Amazon. But this is the reality, okay? This is real numbers. And remember, if you had multiple trucks, you could double this. If you had 3 trucks, you could triple, quadruple. How many? It's based on the number of trucks that you have. Make that money. How hard do you want to go? Okay. So if I had 3 trucks, I could have easily made $6,000 or almost $7,000 in a week, right? Right here, 12, 24, 36 if I'd have had 3 trucks. Okay. So just double that. That's how you make that money in Amazon. But can you make $2,000 a week in Amazon with 1 truck? You sure can. Can you really make $5,000 a week? Yes, with multiple trucks. Okay. So there's that. So I'm gonna stop screen sharing, and I'm gonna come back to y'all. And hold on, y'all. Thank you, Donzel. And I don't know why this screen keep going. I don't know. I hope my computer not acting up, but it's going green. But until next time, peace, be blessed, stay safe out there on those highways. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. Thanks for tuning in to Highway Hustle. Happy Sunday. One God, one love, peace.